away, and back come the Nordiques, led by their Hunter. He's checked in the play, the puck going to the corner. Price trying to get it, and number 32, Dale Hunter, then clears it out, and we're going to get a stoppage in play as Price and McPhee get each other tied up in the corner.
Seemed to be a hooking penalty out there. The faceoff will be outside the blue line, and we'll get Bob Myers' call here, but he has called a penalty. I'm not sure on which team. It may be Pat Price, who seems to be headed over towards the penalty box. So the Canadians are going to go on a power play early. The power play was stuttering for the Canadians. Let's take a look at it right now as they battled up against the boards. A certain amount of holding going on there. And Myers has called it.
When I was over, Braun, prior to the game tonight near the Nordique dressing room, their fear was they might be two up and they might take an early penalty. And that's teams each a man short. Naslund centered. Big save as Deblois was robbed by Gosselin, and Deblois is down on the ice and injured. Play going right on, and now it's whistled down, and Deblois down and injured for Montreal.
Well, he went into the boards. He was pinching in. He was flying in, as a matter of fact, and a great pass out after a good move by Naslund to set that up. And I think
he's in Montreal.
Well, everybody's saying, you know, whatever happened to... Let's take a look at this again now. We get an idea of what happened to Deblois. There's the shot, and up comes the stick, and that was Paymo as he himself in trouble.
Goulet and Peter Stastny are up front. Sobe and Marois, the point men. Peter Stastny and Gainey jamming up on the boards. And they try and get into it. Gainey and Peter Stastny.
What happens, of course, in this rivalry, Dan, is you see a lot of players are usually very, very disciplined players, and suddenly they find themselves getting into this. Like Gainey never really gets undisciplined style penalties, and Stastny.
Gainey over to Chelios. Shoots from a bad angle and hits the side of the net, and now Nyland and Price are into it. Back at center ice. Pat Price and Chris Nyland.
Well, Nyland just ducked under a bunch of punches that Price threw to start this, and he landed one pretty good one right on the chin of Price. There are two competitors out there. Nyland's been very quiet in this Stanley Cup until the game on Thursday night. Well, he's going to have a goal here. And that's the end of that. All right, they'll go off for 5 each, no doubt about that, from Quebec City, the Stanley Cup playoff.
Here's some players start to push and shove down in front of the Quebec goal.
I mean, Deblois is in the middle of that there, number 27, Chelios. Well,
Ron, I really couldn't tell whether the puck went in the net by his skate or it went under the side of the net.
Well, now we got a fight. That's Rooney, I think.
And Mark Hunter.
Well, they were... Well, right now Rooney's getting the worst of this. As little Dale Hunter's on top of him.
I think it's Mark Hunter for Montreal. No, it's not.
No, it's
You're
Rooney.
right,
I'm pretty sure it's Rooney there. And he's a pretty big fellow. He's just being beaten here by... But this isn't going to stop here. There's an awful lot of milling around going on away from the fight.
Well, both teams have more than the normal 5 players on the ice.
Well, we were in the middle of a change here because of the goal. The linesmen are tied up. If another fight now, Gosselin just slammed his stick at the goal judge.
By the way, as we said at the outset, the off-ice officials for this game are neutral. They're from Buffalo tonight.
Bobby Smith has the goal. It is 4-3. That goal is not going.
Racing back, Robinson missed it, but Gainey gets to it. And now it's icing, and now Hunter and Carbonneau almost get into it. And here we go again.
Well, what happened there was Hunter took a shot at Chelios as he was going into the net, and what happened was he upended him. He wound up in the net. That got somebody upset. And Nyland is the one that's wrestling around on the ice right now. Chelios is not a fighter, although he got into one with Casper in the Boston series. So those two guys will go.
From Quebec City, the Stanley Cup playoffs on seats.
A whole bunch of blood off Dale Hunter's face. He paid the price for all of this. Now there's the check, which was a clean one. And now in comes Carbonneau. Took a shot there. Now in comes Robinson, who is just trying to break it up by the looks of it. And there's Nyland, who guaranteed was going to be in the middle of that. Somewhere along the line, Dale Hunter was cut.
Nyland, the Canadians in the penalty box.
Chelios is going in, so we're going to get an extra penalty called here at least. I don't know why. Well, Chelios got back into the fray. And perhaps that's the extra one. Dale Hunter at the other box, I think. Well, while we were away, the players were coming out of the penalty box, and we had Hunter involved in a little set-to right out in front of the penalty box. I don't know whether penalties are going to come from all of this. I would think so. Gillis was in there as well. But the players were coming out after serving their penalties. Well, Nyland now is
I think they've been
thrown
out of the game. They had their sticks up and took a swing at each other. Gillis and Nyland. And I think I caught the signal of Myers saying, "You fellas are gone."
Well, that could mean, we'll have to wait the announcement, it could mean that they're getting more than 7 minutes in penalties, or it could mean game.
To Montreal.
Bob Myers going to sleep well tonight?
Now here we go again. Hunter winding up on top. Is that Tremblay that he's involved with?
Oh, yeah, it looks like Mario. Two guys who really come in here and battle it out. Every second they're on the ice here. That's Mario, sure it is. Dale Hunter, who
was cut earlier over the eye. Squaring off with Mario Tremblay, and they'll go to the penalty box from Quebec City.
Right off the face-off, Hunter's number 32 up against the boards now, and he gives Tremblay a bit of a shot. That's all right. There's nothing wrong with that. And Tremblay didn't think it was all right, though. And they get locked into it.
Off the boards to Goulet. Moving in. Goulet shoots wide. Trying to get it to Stosny. Now Stosny hammered into the boards, and he's down on the ice and injured. Seems to have injured a shoulder the way he went into the board.
Well, he was really checked in there as he tried to pick up the puck, and now they're going after Gainey. Goulet went after him. Gainey was the one that checked him. And we'll have to look for replays on this one to see what happened, but watch Gainey's number 23 now. Stosny picks it up behind the net, and well, there's nothing wrong with the check except for it looked like